mention nothing.
Hey, baby, you first in line again. I see you. I haven't turned on my camera yet. I ain't quite ready. She ain't ready. She ain't ready. Hi, C. Gonzalez. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. Hi, Holly. Hi, Letha. Oh my God, I'm starting to sound like Maggie. Let me stop. Hi, Lady of Elegance. How are you, sweetheart? I was about to go into Maggie mode. I don't know what possessed me. Hey, Dawn. How's it going, sweetie? Hi, Protected by God. Hi, Champagne. Hi, Urban Media. How are you? Oh, didn't it? Hello, Don. Hello, Protected by God. Hello, Panda. Hello, Urban Media. Hello, Champagne. Hello, Lady of Elegance. Hello, Lita. Hello, Holly. Oh, Lord. Please put me out of my misery. Oh, God. Maybe I better put the camera on so nobody will think I'm her. Ooh, ooh. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I hope everybody did their due diligence. Hey, Fonda. Oh, goodness. Nah, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, but it shall be fun. Thank you, Dawn. Oh, God, I got lipstick on her teeth. Ooh, ouch. Absolutely, lady. Absolutely. Oh yes, Fonda. I'm definitely gonna be laughing. You got to laugh. You got to. But yes, Don, it ain't worth it, but it sure is funny. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Oh, I got me a cushion for my bottom. It feels much better. Hi, DJ Wilma. Oh, now if I could just get this back part correct, that would be even better. I be having these back issues. I don't know if it's sciatica or what, but I just call it old age. If it ain't the knees, it's the back. If it ain't the back, it's the hips. What can you say? Just keep trudging through. Oh, goodness. Barbara. Hey, Barbara. Barbara says, I'm on both phones. Hey, everyone. Hi, Laverne. Hi, Alfreda. Good to see you. Ain't nothing like a bottom cushion. Ain't that the truth, Fonda? Man, it's working wonders. And it just got here literally within the last 10 minutes. I hurried up and put that thing in this chair. Hi, Trina. Man, I hurried up. It sits up high enough though. Watching from Charleston, South Carolina. How is the weather everywhere? Today it was really cloudy here. I'm ready for some sunshine. I don't want no more rain. Not for a while. There's no more rain in this cloud. Trina says, I'm catching up. I've been grinding. Love you. I love you too, Trina. About, yes, I did. I heard a little brief snippet about Diddy's son, uh, Christian. I guess he's about to get charged with kidnapping. Ugh. Hi, Bay May. What man? He has cursed them kids, especially them boys. He has literally cursed those kids. Mm, mm, mm. It's a doggone shame. It really, really is. But I didn't get any content from that. I just got words of mouth because I was busy working on Fat Joe. And graping, yes. Graping. Man, them boys, man, they need some blessed oil. They need a bath. They need to bathe in some blessed oil. Yes, I watch Ticket TV too, Protected by God. Yes, I do too. Barbara Weaver says, I just got in from the park with the great grands. It's 90 here, and I wish it would stay at 90, but that's wishful thinking in this desert. I'm not looking forward to the 110s and up. Ooh, jeepers. Hey, Lily. Hi, Simone. Trina says, you good? Because I know I will put up if someone mess with my Auntie Mickey. Pull up. Okay, we can do this. You and me, Trina. You take one, I take the other. Pow. Ain't but one. Ain't but one. Everybody else is cool. I love you too, Alfreda. Thank you. Yes, Simone. Ticket, keep it real. I love Ticket. Especially when he goes off at people. Just shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. He be telling me you're stupid. Shut your mouth. See, that's why you need to do your own research. He be going in. Tried to tell y'all, but you didn't want to believe me. But he be carrying them facts, don't he? He be carrying them facts. Most definitely. He on the TV right now in the other room. I had to walk out, come in here. I think that's what he was talking about too. Christian. Hi, Camille. How are you? Oh, goodness. I need some Tylenol. Oh, Barbara says, my babies turned red. I had to bring them in. That YT. That white bloodline. Oh, my goodness. They were red as apples and had the nerve to say, Gigi, you red too. Ooh, wee. That's some heat. That is some heat. Yes, Simone, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. He be going in. My favorite thing he says, why in the blue hell? Wait, I ain't never heard that before in my entire life. What in the blue hell is you thinking? Blue hell. He need to have some t-shirts for real. He should have some t-shirts and sell them as merch and just say, why in the blue hell dot 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 question mark. I know he would make a killing because that is one saying that he and himself is his and his alone. Hey, Lawanda. Hi, Trella. I almost swallowed these pills with no, with nothing to drink. Oh, wee, 4 Tylenol. I'll be all right. Oh, Retreader, I am doing well. How are you, love? I hope you are doing well. Holy oil, that's right, Trina. He needs to be anointed from the neck down, and then pop him on the forehead with the final anointing, and then maybe get dipped. Yes, I was pill popping on screen. I'm popping Tylenol, extra strength for those pains that you can't get over without them. Man, I really needs to have this back issue addressed, though. If I can get out of this house and away from YouTube for a minute. Hey, Katrina. George Watson, how are you? I am doing well, sir. Delivered from them demons he's been carrying for you. Okay, can you imagine that exorcism? What if they start doing the diddy bop? Doing the diddy bop while they're being exorcised. Right. And you know what, Lawanda, you're absolutely right. They do mess with your kidneys. I don't take them every day. I mean, I do take them every day, but I don't take as many every day. It's just those days when it's unbearable. Katrina ain't nothing new under the sun, but a few tans here and there, and I wish I had one. Yeah, do you stretch, Auntie? It's good for your back. I do. I do. And matter of fact, when I stretch, it hurts even more. But I know that if I would just keep at it, eventually I would just stretch. But now there is a vertebrae that's off. They took x-rays several months ago, and one of my vertebrae uh, is one is kind of, or one disc sits this way and the other one sits behind it. So it's, how can I, they're supposed to be like this, but it's like this, if that makes any sense. Hey, James Scott, how you doing? So I just don't want them cutting on my back. I'll just have to stay in pain. George Watson said, trying to stay cool. It's 105 here. How about you and everyone else? I tell you, it's cloudy as all get up right here. I got more drizzle and clouds to share with everybody. Retretta said Diddy Bop with his son, Justin. Auntie, all my doctors say take Tylenol, and all medicine mess with kidneys and liver. That's right. Yeah, I don't take half the medication they wanted me to take. I just can't. I can't. I'll take supplements, but I'm not taking all that other stuff. Only medication that I take now outside of over the counter is a Lipitor, atorvastatin, I guess is the name. And even then, I don't take that like I'm supposed to. I be forgetting. I ain't gonna lie. I be forgetting about that medication. My husband is on tons of medication. I feel so bad that he has to take it all. But one thing, that Ozempic works wonders when you're losing weight or when you want to lose weight. He's smaller than me now. I'm jealous. It used to be the other way around. He's smaller than me. Now I'm the fat person. Yes, he is Retretta. Diddy's son is being indicted. Hi, QT. Hi, Colleen. How are you? Oh, Lawanda, you have atorvastatin prescribed too? I still can't remember what it's for. What is it, to keep from having a heart attack or something? I guess. I don't know. I have been juice fasting for 3 months and hanging in there. Good for you, Colleen. I know you're still doing your cheers, your daily cheers. I see you. Hey, Jess. What's up, girl? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you do. Oh, Lawanda, by the way, that email that you sent me, that's going to be my first topic tonight. I'm going to put it out there for everybody to see. So I thank you for sending that to me because a lot of people need to know about this. So I appreciate you. The doctors wanted to operate on my knee when I was a teenager, and my father said no because once you start cutting on the knees, they are never the same. He was right about that, Camille. Man, I had surgery on both of my knees 2 separate times. I had torn meniscus on each one. And man, right now, Uncle Arthur has moved in. I have two Uncle Arthurs, one in each knee. Good old Uncle Arthritis. And it ain't good. It's bad. I mean, if you guys saw that video that I took my grandsons to the jumpy place, and I tried to jump, man, I had them things on my knees, those braces. They're not quite braces, but they act as braces. Them things were no help. Lisa Cappy says, "Hey, Auntie and chat, I've been working on cakes for my events and I'm stopping to watch tonight. I'm tired." Child, I hear you, Lisa. Kick back and treat yourself. Just put your feet up. Get a few laughs in tonight. Yes, especially when it's cloudy, it acts up, Bay May. Man, my grandparents used to complain about that all the time. Oh, wait a minute. Auntie, speaking of that email, my aunt has a camera inside and outside and saw two men on the porch. They scammed when they saw her. They scammed or they ran. Did they scurry away when they saw her camera? Cutie, you ain't right. I am not a good twerker. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to twerk and I looked a fool. So I said no. No more. I won't even try. Camille says, I have one Uncle Arthur. He's in my right knee, osteoarthritis. Man, oh man. I tell you, my grandparents used to say all the time, just keep on living. Just keep on living. But yeah, Lawanda, they are scamming big time out here nowadays. I'm curious to know what kind of scams they gonna come up with about this situation with Iran. I plan on it. I have the same issue. I've had spinal infusion surgery. Oh my goodness. So I know firsthand about Mr. Arthur. Man, see, you brave, Lisa. You are braver than me. When they get to talking about cutting on my back, oh, Jesus. I could just see myself sitting in a wheelchair and can't move. Just like, no. Colleen says both knees and the foot that was run over. Man, yeah, you really had the business done to you, Colleen. Simone says my mama always say just keep saying good morning. Okay, thank you, Fonda. We gotta stick to the old school. Just stick to the shake your booty at the disco. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shake, 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 shake your booty. Where? At the disco. Yeah, I can't twerk. I can't. My butt will not cooperate. I don't know how they throw it back like that, but When I do that, the back says, Heifer, sit down, take a seat, take several seats. Hi, Donna McClinton. Did y'all hear he didn't have authorization to do the bombing and now they want to impeach him? Stop, Donna. Really? Man, I should have turned on CNN today for a minute. It was surgery or strong chance not to walk. I hurt every day, but I stay active. Amen to that, Lisa. Yes. Barbara says, I have bursitis in my right hip from driving city buses, and it is a horrible pain. I can imagine. Jess said, my knees would crack, then broke down. Mm. And see, you young still, Jess. You 43, going on 44. Oh, wait. Bless your heart. Colleen, if I shake my booty, watch out. Oh, ooey. I can't I can't unsee that. Oh, that would go well with your cheer. Go, go, go. Oh, Lord help me, I'm sorry. Go, go, go. My Dasher friends. Check it out. Oh, Colleen, God bless you. Lisa Caffey says, yes, Al Green plan to get dude out of here. He's so tired of being alone. Oh, my goodness. Man, when your own people go up against you because you messed up so bad, that there's, you know, speaking of people going up against somebody, what's homegirl's name? Oh my God, the sister that's the she was leading the cheer. Uh, Starts with a C. Oh my goodness, Republican. What does it mean when your right hand itches? Money. You about to come into some money, Lawanda. That's what they say, at least. Or is it somebody talking about you? I don't know. Auntie, I blame the people who voted for him, the judicial system, and the Congress because they can't stop him from doing nothing. They don't hold him accountable. No, they don't. Shame on them. Shame on all of them. Because when you think about it, politicians are just people that get into office to make more money. That's it, C. Gonzalez. You, Lawanda, you're going to get some money. Al Green of Houston is standing up. I know that's right. I know. Candace Owens, thank you. Thank you, Lawanda. Candace Owens. Them people that was riding for her, they are hot. They have turned on her. He been impeached twice already. Yep, and it wasn't enough. Yes, Candace Owens is her name. She was riding, boy. She led the cheer. Vote for Trump, vote for Trump, vote for Trump. Now she is disgusted with him. And when she got to talking about him, them people got in her tail. Retretta said, Auntie, I need knee surgery. So I have to get my A1C below 8. It's 8.4. Auntie, we need to be careful watching CNN News. They're, they are not as truthful. They're not as truthful as you might think. I know what you mean. Fox is a bit better. Well, you know what? Ironically, Fox is where I saw the thing on Candace Owen. So I end up watching the news based on uh, stuff being on YouTube and they may touch on something, that's how I end up watching the news. I used to watch the news day in and day out before I got on YouTube, and now I'd be doing something if I could change the channel and stop for 5 seconds. The longest time I've sat there and watched the news was when he sent those bombs over to Iran. It's been a long time since I've watched any news for any length of time like that. Darlene said, "Blessed evening, Auntie Mickey and everyone. I am over 60. When I leave this life, I am taking all my pain with me. Surgery is not an option for me." Amen, Darlene. Well, we the over 60 club, Darlene. Power to the people. Yes, power to the people. Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene is definitely something else. Very much so. Supposedly those missions were not so successful as they weren't, Barbara. He's looking like a big old orange fool. He looks like a carrot with hair, sitting up there talking about it when they were obliterated. Oh, they wasn't they're behind by about a month. They'll have it all back to normal in about a month. Y'all didn't do nothing but stick your nose in a war, and you didn't even accomplish what you went over there to accomplish. Dodo head. Barbara Weaver said, "When you are in your 60s, the pain hits so much worse. Don't it, Barbara? Whew, Jesus." Yep, you're right, QT. You can't tell them that they weren't, though. They keep denying it. Carrot with hair. That's right. That is what he is, a carrot with hair. Look like he done took 2 quarters and laid them on his eyes. Look like a big orange jug head nut cussing the other day. Oh, Fonda, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. uh, I'm sorry, Fonda, but you know what? I think you're going to do just fine. I believe. Oh, Marzella, thank you so much for the super sticker, $20 super sticker. God bless you. So good to see you this evening. I'm going to put you up there in the front. Yes, Marzella C. Donna McClendon said, "Amen, Barbara. I turn at night like a rotisserie chicken." Child, I know the truth. Mm, mm, mm. I lay on one side, and when I wake up, it's numb. And then I go to roll over, and then it stings. It feels like something is sticking me in my thigh on the side, and it's awful. Hi, Millionaires Code. How are you, beautiful? Let's see. Retretta said, "Auntie, we talked to his leader of defense before he did what he did." Oh, Auntie, he talked to his leader of defense before he did what he did. Also, people are saying a lot of junk on these news stations. Also, YouTube podcast is a beware for everyone. I agree with that one. Yeah, you see how they got the Diddy thing all twisted. Talking about they've dropped charges. They've dropped charges. It wasn't that cut and dry. They were state charges that they couldn't quite. They weren't sure if they were going to be able to prosecute or not. So but he's still got a whole bunch of charges he got to face. And if that man walks, I'm done. I am, if that man walks with any semblance of a slap on the hand. I'm convinced that this country is made of crap. Protected by God said, who's heard the fastest threat? If he doesn't mind his business, they go in and clean up everyone, especially credit score. Now that's one thing we may benefit from. Go on and clean up our credit scores for us. Yeah, that's a bit much. I am doing wonderful, Millionaires Cove. How are you this evening with your beautiful self? His Secretary of Defense. Did I read that? Oh, I sure didn't. Barbara said his Secretary of Defense is a drunk from Fox News. All of his cabinet are yes men and women that will do whatever he wants. It's so sad these people are in charge of the free world. That's the scary. It's not just sad, it's scary. I mean, man, to think that this Joker is the one sitting next to the red phone. What if he just has some kind of strange something happen in his head and he goes to pick up the phone and it's the wrong one. Trying to call what's her name? What's his wife's name? The one that ain't around no more? Starts with an M. Y'all know. Oh, QT. Wait, Lisa says I turned 60 on 4/17 and I have been forgetting. I have to write everything down. Oh, yes, sweetheart. That's the first sign. QT says you might have a disc herniation, Auntie. I believe I do. It's yeah, but the back isn't stinging. It's my thigh, my side of my thigh. And it's actually kind of numb right now. And I haven't even been sitting on it or laying on it. So I got some blood flow problems as well. It's I don't want to bog y'all down with my issues, but yep, Auntie is one big mess. Oh, thank you, Millionaires Code. Melania, Melanina, Melanina, Melanina don't want no parts of that goat. Y'all remember when he was trying to hold her hand and she snatched away from him? Leave me alone. Oh, amen, Lisa. What I heard today, I think he's walking under the big house. It's reaping time for the dit do. Yes, the dit do. Now, I ain't heard that one before. Dit do, did he do it, dit do. Dit do, did he do it, dit do. And then do the Harlem Shake. Oh, ain't that the truth, Barbara? Felons should be able to get any job they want. Shit, he has 34 or 38 felonies. Amen. Half these felons can't get a job at McDonald's. This fool gets 38 of them. He's still president. Make that make sense. Oh, Jasmine. Jasmine Crockett said when deporting immigrants, Melania should be at the top of the list. I agree. Lisa Coffee, no, I don't work out anymore. I used to. But when my knees started giving me fits and my back started giving me fits, I can't even stand on my feet for a long period of time because it just causes all this pressure on my back and my lower back and up to the well, around the waist area. It goes from the tailbone on up and just kind of spreads. Yeah, top job in the country. Oh, makes you wonder. Okay, Camille, you said auntie stinging in your thigh sounds like a pinched nerve. I wouldn't doubt it. But no, I think that also it has something to do with the blood flow. Because I've got some kind of a vein disorder where my veins are not pumping properly. I don't know if there's a vein that's leaking. I've got literally my legs are stained. I would show you, but that would be very distasteful. My legs look dirty, but it's not dirty. They just discolored from the blood stain up under the skin, and there's no way to get rid of that. Where's Mr. Jackpot tonight? That's a good question, Dawn. Out there highfalutin. Oh, God. Exactly, Millionaire's Cove. Ain't that a trip? They might as well get rid of that law. He still has the highest paying job and running the country with felonies. Yep. He here. Yeah. I think no matter who the president is, they take orders from someone higher up, like the UN or who or some other entity we can't see. Well, you know one thing he didn't ask before he did it? NATO. You would think that fool would have went to see NATO at least. Yo, NATO, what you think about us, dropping a few bombs on them people? But they would have told him no, and that's why he didn't do it. He didn't go to them. Oh wow, maybe you should try therapy. It's a little for me. Yeah, I'm definitely I got it. I just got to get on the good foot and take care of it. I need to take care of myself. Definitely. I got to do better. But I done got so engulfed with YouTube that there's not enough hours in the day. But our health is more important. As I pull this cigarette out of the pack. I'm sorry. Oh, Auntie, are you on blood thinners or have your doctor check? No, I'm not on blood thinners. Mm-mm. No, no, no. But my doctor's going to have to do a little bit more than tell me, well, your skin has discoloration because your blood is pooling under the skin. I know. Can you tell me why? Yes, C. Gonzalez, that's true. Protected by God, you are absolutely right. Working for Satan. Yep, yep. Barbara, you and me both, but I love them carts. I be like, yeet, yeet. But yeah, it's no fun walking around the grocery store when you got pain like that. If I don't get one of those carts, I'll get a shopping cart and I'll just push it along, but I'll just lean on it and just walk like that. Lisa Caffey says, old dude thinks he's a gangster. Oh, but I know a man called God's got it. He has the final say in everything. Amen. Yes, Lawanda, early in the morning. Hi, Faith. How are you, sweetie? I do too sometimes. I am kind of reckless. Isn't it fun, Barbara? Just start putting on the brakes suddenly. I was messing with my grandson last time I rode one of them things. I'm like, you better move forward before I run over the back of that hill. Oh, oh, I'm pitiful too, Auntie. I thought I was going into withdrawals just waiting for you to come on. I'm ashamed. Oh, Fonda. But you got to tell me some jokes tonight. Cause you have me howling. Like for real, for real. Sometimes my husband, when I get off the live, he'll be like, Baby, what was all that laughing? You just don't know. You just don't know. Yes, sir. Well, we got 83 people in the house. How about that? 41 minutes in. Thank you, Faith. Thank you so much. So, let's see. First thing I do want to address, though, LaWanda was so sweet to send me an email on an issue that all of us need to be aware of. All this is going to do is cause panicking. We know the toilet paper and water will be gone. Huh? I don't know. Some of them folk don't know how to use toilet paper. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. But yeah, we got to at least get ready. Yes, my husband said we were hooping and hollering last night. We loud. Yes, we are. Aren't we, C. Gonzalez? We are loud. Thanks everyone for coming to Auntie Mickey's Kinfolk channel. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Yeah, them men, baby, what is all that noise about? Why are you so loud? Oh, Lisa, y'all, if you guys only knew how much gas is up here in the state of Washington, y'all would be floored. Y'all would actually be floored. Because the last time I went to Texas, I went to Dallas for Thanksgiving in 2023. And their gas it wasn't even $3 a gallon. Wasn't even close to $3 a gallon. And back home at that time, it was $4.50 a gallon, something like that. I don't pump gas no more. Matter of fact, I wonder if Uncle Barry's on here. Uncle Barry, how much is the gas nowadays? If you're paying attention to the chat, gas there? It's $2.79 in Tennessee. I wish our gas is over $4 a gallon for unleaded. I'm sure of it because I see the signs all the time. Time to get a bike. Child, you ain't said a word, Faith. I bought my grandson an electric bike. I'm going to ride it more than he do because he ain't here to ride it anyway. Oh, my goodness. Honey, honey, I got a question. Maybe he'll hear me. Stuff is starting to hit the fan here in Southern California with all the ICE activity. The work that the immigrants do is not being done because they are scared to leave home. Do you blame them, Barbara? I mean, honestly, do you blame them? Shoot. They like them slaves that was they were worked for 2 years after the slaves were freed. They got 2 free years of slavery out of them slaves in Texas. They hauled ass up out of there when they found out finally. They going into the factories now. I know they were going to these graduations. I was literally tense when I was at my grandson's graduation, my 18-year-old, and I'm waiting for ICE to just come in and start snatching parents out of the stands. You know, it's gotten crazy. 3.30 a gallon there, Dawn. I'll take that any day over four something. Oh my, wow, we're downsizing and I'm going to drive my son's golf cart. That's high in Washington. Yeah, it is crazy high. I'm trying to get my husband to confirm that, but he's not answering. Let me go ask him real quick. Wow, gas is going for 4.39 up here, average. Ooh wee. Hi Cora. How are you? They go in all these big corporations now. That is crazy business. Protected by God said, I tell you what, if they want to arrest someone, then why not put our tax dollars to good use and locate those sleeper cells? That part. Oh, honey, they gonna play hell trying to find that out. Because you can best believe them sleeper cells have incorporated themselves into everyday life here. You'd be surprised who's in these sleeper cells. That's no joke. They go into Home Depot, Lowe's, churches, schools, and everywhere except the gang areas. I think they know how that would work for them. For real, Barbara. Maybe they can get them to work for the army since they like to, pow, 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 pow. Did y'all see the video of the business owner who was mad at ICE, took all his best workers and left him with the white guys who take twice as long to do anything? He voted for Trump. That's what he get. See? Retretta says, Auntie, if they are illegal, they are fine, but illegal immigrants are federal lawbreakers. You mean if they're legal, they're fine? I think you meant legal. Auntie, if they're legal, they are fine, but illegal immigrants are federal lawbreakers. My friend's daughter was kidnapped and SA'd at 13 years old. Her daughter is not mentally correct today. Oh my goodness. Man, oh man. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, they coming up here in droves. I heard they're putting alligators and snakes in some water that they've been crossing. Did y'all hear that one? They are purposely putting alligators and snakes in the water so these people won't cross over through that water, because you a lot of times you see them crossing the river or whatever they're crossing. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Fonda said, I've gotten rid of Spectrum. We back to old school VCR, DVD, cassettes, and record player. Amen to that. Okay, so in Columbia, South Carolina, gas is $2.62 a gallon. Man, I ain't seen prices like that up here since before COVID. Honestly, it's crazy up here, the state of Washington. That's why when I retire, I very seriously am considering selling this house and buying a house brand new in Dallas. I'm really thinking about it. Now, is Spectrum, uh, was that like cable? Is that, what is Spectrum? Is that a cable company of some kind or phone company? He was supposed to be taking gang members and criminals, but they go into people's jobs. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. I miss my VCR Millionaires Cove. I used to have two VCRs. I'd play one on one and record it from the other. I love Dallas too, Lisa. I really do. It's Lake, C. Gonzalez says it's Lake Okeechobee here in Florida where they're building the prison in the swamp. That's what it was. There's a million gators out there and pythons too. They can have it. Yes, yes. Wow. That's crazy business. No, Faith. Oh, Lord. Now we got to deal with the pestilence too. Did you hear about the deadly mosquito, fleas, and ticks they are releasing? Boy, they just really want to speed up the man tribulation period. That's crazy. Well, our gas prices are $4.79 to $6. They trying to make us think $5 a gallon is normal. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I wish I still had mine, Camille. I wish I still had my VCR. Well, wait a minute. No, I have a DVD player. My bad. I had my VCR's tapes turned into DVD. They have advisors. Micah, Auntie, you could buy a beautiful house in Texas for a lot less than Washington State and still have plenty to live on. Exactly. Exactly. Micah, I could sell this house that I'm in right now. I bought it in 2002. Yeah, 2002. And it's tripled in value. And I could take this house, sell it, take the money I get from it, and go build a house from the ground up and pay cash for it. It's a thought. Yes, yes, yes. But so let me get started here. I do want to share this. Uh, um, I need to share this notice to everybody in here because the scammers are a scamming. And I want to thank LaWanda Jackson for sending it to me. And it's not a long thing to read. I'll read it to you, but I'm gonna also uh, share the screen. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, right here we have an Triangle Park Neighborhood Association. I'm not sure where that's located. That's pretty. Greenville, okay. I can't see that emblem. But nevertheless, this is not just exclusive to this area that they're talking about. But it says urgent community notice. Security alert for USA residents. Be warned. Hey, really dope. Be warned. There is a group going to homes and pretending to be officials from Home Affairs. They have documents with the letterhead Department of Home Affairs and claim to be confirming that everyone has a valid ID for the upcoming census. They are robbing homes. I'm going to say that again. They are robbing homes. Take note There is no initiative like that from the government. Send this on your neighborhood group chat. They are everywhere and they look presentable. Ain't that what Satan does? He looked just as normal, and he the dirtiest thing out there. They are everywhere and they look presentable. Please alert your family and friends. Forwarded from the Greenville Neighborhood Alliance. No joke. I don't know about y'all, but I've been getting these strange text messages. They're all saying you have a what is it? You have a let me read it. And I'm calling cap on it cuz I ain't got no tickets. And if I did, I'd know it. But if it was my husband, why are they sending the messages to me? I think it's a text scam. So this one, I keep getting them. I keep getting them. Washington Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, final notice. Well, no, it's not going to be your final notice because I ain't paying it. Washington Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, final notice. Enforcement penalties begin on June 26th. Our records show that as of today, you still have an outstanding traffic ticket. In accordance with Washington Administrative Code 15C-16.003, if you do not complete payment by June 27th, 2025, we will take the following actions. Yes, Lisa. Number one, report to the DMV violation database. Yeah. Suspend your vehicle registration starting June 27th. Suspend driving privileges for 30 days. Man, you don't know who you fooling with. 4. Transfer to a toll booth and charge a 35% service fee. That don't even make sense. You may be prosecuted and your credit score will be affected. Pay now. And they've got a link that you can't even click. Oh my goodness. Please pay immediately before enforcement to avoid license suspension and further legal disputes. Reply why and reopen this message to click the link or copy it to your browser. Dude, really? That's the best you could do? let me uh let me help y'all out here. No. Let me hit this delete button. Man, oh man. Oh, but my message from Amazon, they says, well, your card wouldn't process. Okay, run it again. Oh, she don't want to. Mm. Okay. But yeah, that's the latest scam I've gotten on my phone. But when you've dealt with a scammer, it's like these little text messages really don't. I get the same thing, honey. It's a scam. Well, thank you, sweetheart, for telling me. I appreciate it. I wasn't going to pay it anyway. Oh, Lisa said they need to go play with somebody else. That's Why wisdom is everything. We're living in the last days. We certainly are, Lisa. That is no joke. That is no joke at all. Oh, excuse me. Urban says, I like playing with them sometimes. Well, the links they sent me don't even go through. That's pitiful. That is so pitiful. Wow. Well, moving on. So I thought maybe today would be a good day to talk about Fat Joe. Good old Fat Joe. Here we go again. Let me share this with you. Maybe I should do. Okay. Let's see. There we have Mr. Handsome. Fat Joe. Hi, Joe. Nice little trim you got going up right up in here. Very nice. Very nice. In rush hour traffic, huh? Yes. Man, Tisa Tell's got me yawning on camera. I don't like doing that, but I can't control it. She just busts out yawning. Lately, I'm doing the same thing. So, here's the deal with Fat Joe. This one here, maybe I should reserve this one for a later time. This is one I really wanted to talk about. Wait, no. There's the reaction. Here we go. Fat Joe hit with $20 million lawsuit over disturbing allegations of blank acts with minors and more. Not the kids. Oh, goodness. Lady of Elegance, my daughter said she is getting a tiny house in our backyard. I said, okay. I wouldn't mind having one in my backyard, too. Man, now I got all these tears. Y'all don't know. I'll take these lashes off in a heartbeat if they get on my nerves. One, two. Here we go. That ain't gonna stop my eyes from tearing up when I yawn, but at least they won't be hanging off like spiders. Scare me half to death. I don't do spiders very well. Oh. So, here we have Fat Joe hit with a $20 million lawsuit over disturbing allegations of blank acts, sex acts, with minors and more. Now, this was published on June 19th. This was several days ago, but it's still worthy to be discussed. October 28, 2024, New York, New York, USA. Recording artist Fat Joe performs before Game 3 of the 2024 MLB World Series between the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers at Yankee Stadium. Mandatory credit Brad Penner. Imogen or Images. Wow. So it says Fat Joe has yet to put out a statement regarding the allegations, but he's represented by attorney Joe Tacopina. Fat Joe is facing a new lawsuit from his former hype man, Terrence T.A. Dixon, accusing him of alleged coercive labor exploitation, financial fraud, and sexual manipulation. I don't want to read no more, but I will. Violent intimidation and psychological coercion, according to Variety. Dixon filed the lawsuit in the U.S. District Court, Southern District of New York, with a trigger warning on the page. The entire filing comes in at 157 pages and contains allegations that Joe they they got along fine, and then one day old Magatha snapped. That's not true. I mean, that's not right. I won't say it's not true. I'm saying it's not right. Wow. The entire filing comes in at 157 pages and contains allegations that Joe had sexual relations with minors. You notice I just let it flow out of my mouth because I done sit up here and got too comfortable. Let's see. Okay, where is it? Fat Joe is facing a new lawsuit from his former hype man, Terrence T.A. Dixon, accusing him of alleged coercive labor exploitation, financial fraud, sexual manipulation, violent intimidation, and psychological coercion, according to Variety. Dixon filed the lawsuit in the U.S. District Court, Southern District of New York, with a trigger warning on the first page. The entire filing comes in at 157 pages and contains allegations that Joe had sexual relations with minors. With minors. Man, they really are, Faith. They are coming down the line. I saw one particular person that had done a report on something as well that was similar to this. And I mean, she was literally shut down. I wish I could remember her name. But man, this whole thing has gotten outlandish. So here we have the rest of it. Over the course of working with Joe for over 16 years, Dixon, what is it about that name, Dixon? What is it? Dixon. Over the course of working with Joe for over 16 years, Dixon alleges he was coerced into more than 4,000 actual acts to maintain his standing within the enterprise. He also alleges he personally witnessed Fat Joe engaged in sexual relations with children who were 15 and 16 years old. To that effect, he listed three separate Jane Does. He alleges one of them would perform and payment of her cell phone bill. That's sad. Here you wait a minute. He alleges one of them would perform oral you know what and other you know what acts in exchange for cash, clothing, and payment of her cell phone bill. How cheap can you go? I'm gonna pay for your clothes. I'm gonna give you a little bit of cash and I'm gonna pay for your cell phone bill. Just ride with Diddy tonight. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Dixon further alleges that Joe was in love with the third Jane Doe. Defendant was in love with minor Doe 3. He even contemplated leaving his wife. The defendant paid all minor Doe 3's bills and even took her overseas to his tour stops. He brought her to Florida and would put her up in a condo he rented a few blocks from his house with his wife, the lawsuit states. In a recorded conversation, here we go. Huh, huh. He brought her to Florida and would put her up in a condo he rented a few blocks from his house with his wife, the lawsuit states. In a recorded conversation, minor Doe 3 and her 15-year-old cousin describe in detail to plaintiff how inappropriate it was for defendant, who was in his late 30s at the time, to be fawning over children. Lord have mercy. Then it says, read more. Fat Joe reveals how Rough Riders saved him from man with a machine gun. Wow. And so here's Fat Joe's response. This picture was taken August 26, 2023. Harrison, New Jersey, USA. Editor's notes. Captain Correction, recording artist Fat Joe attends the game between the New York Red Bulls and Inter Miami CF at Red Bull Arena. Mandatory credit, Vincent Carchietta, USA Today Sports via Imagine Images. Other allegations include Joe allegedly committing financial fraud and wage theft, using death threats and intimidation tactics to silence him, and more. Dixon has hired Tyrone Blackburn to represent him in the case. Not a good move, dude. Blackburn previously made headlines by representing Lil Rod in his bombshell lawsuit against Diddy in 2024. Within the lawsuit, Dixon is seeking up to $20 million in damages. Fat Joe has yet to respond to the lawsuit. He is represented by attorney Joe Tacopina. Tacopina has previously drawn national attention for his defense of ASAP Rocky in his recent assault trial. Mm, mm, mm. Ain't that a blip? Oh boy, what did I just do? Oh, I really blew it, didn't I? Oh, I exited. Oh, well. I exited out of all the pages. You know I need Jesus right now. That's a shame. Let me see if I can pick, pull it back up. Nope. Oh my God. Why did I do that? Oh, what are your thoughts? I can't even get it back. Let me see. Okay. Let me do a search on Fat Joe at 50 Cent. Oh, there's one of them. Okay. I can I can work with this. Y'all, I am struggle streaming for real. Y'all pray for me. Oh my goodness. Fonda, I agree. I'm trying to understand the level of ignorance. I don't understand. What is it? You get a certain amount of money in your pocket and suddenly you thinking with the wrong head. Oh my God. Lisa said he filed bankruptcy a few years ago. If those allegations are true, he better sit. Ain't that the truth, Lisa? And the sad part, Joe has a disabled child. He knows better. He sure does. Darlene Span says, you watched all this happen and don't say anything. They are just as bad as Joe. It's too much. That's the thing about it, Darlene. They don't say a word. Hey, as long as they don't mess with me, I don't know nothing. Yes, where are the parents? I have Crystal. Where are the parents? But see, remember, the parents ain't the only problem. These kids is off the chain too. And that's because these parents are allowing these kids to raise themselves. You ain't gonna tell me what I can and can't do with my child. You know, they've taken everything that was good and pure for these kids to get their spiritual growth in check. They've taken that away. Or Satan has used whomever, Congress, whoever has taken rights away and obligations away that normally would have been in place. But they don't care. Okay, let me share this next one. This is poppin' Fat Joe night. Okay. Okay, add to stage. Okay, right here we have this is straight out of entertainment. Javier Bardem and Gaza, Yahoo Entertainment. Uh, Rapper Fat Joe's sex with minor case takes a shocking turn with lawyer's arrest. Amen to that, C. Gonzalez. Don't you dare come to me talking about friendship and calling me by my first name. You better call me mama. But that's what these kids are coming up with. They're really taking this thing a little bit out of whack. Hi Carmela. Exactly, Carol. Carol made a very valid point. Some parents are afraid of their own children. That's so sad. And it is. It's really sad. So let's go ahead and read this. Did I show this one already? I don't think I've. They all kind of reading alike to me lately. The attorney leveling scathing claims against Fat Joe on behalf of a former employee just got himself in trouble with the law. Tyrone Blackburn, the lawyer representing Terrence Dixon, has been arrested for assault just days after he filed a $20 million lawsuit against the rapper. The legal complaint featured numerous accusations, including claims of Fat Joe being a PDF file and allegedly attempting to delete 50 Cent. Attorney suing Fat Joe, booked for assaulting the elderly. This is sick. Fat Joe's issues with Dixon took a shocking turn on Wednesday, June 25, when his accuser's attorney was arrested. A representative for the New York Police Department confirmed the news, noting Blackburn was taken into custody in the morning and booked for assault. Mm, mm, mm. Although he was recently arrested, the lawyer's legal drama started last month following a violence report. According to the rep, the incident occurred on the night of May 12th when Blackburn met a 66-year-old messenger hired by the rapper's attorney, Joe Tacopina. The older messenger had been hired to serve Blackburn with a complaint in Joe's case, but the legal rep did not react positively to the news. TMZ reported that he allegedly dumped, jumped into his car, pushed it in reverse, and backed up, hitting the server in the leg and causing a minor injury. Then there's more about the legal drama between the rapper and his former employee. Okay. Looks nice and white. Mm. Wow. Blackburn's arrest comes days after he filed a scathing. Okay, I got that part. The 54-year-old's legal rep noted that Blackburn did not accept his refusal and sent another demand letter with PDF file allegations. These letters pushed Tacopina to file a defamation and extortion lawsuit against Blackburn and Dixon, leading to the May incident between the older messenger and the lawyer. Fat Joe accused of having inappropriate relationships with minors. It says the Blackburn's arrest comes days after he filed a scathing lawsuit against Fat Joe on behalf of his former employee, Dixon. They sued the rapper for $20 million, alleging that he was a PDF file and owed Dixon money for co-written songs, among other claims. Before this lawsuit became public, the rapper's attorney, Tacopina, alleged that Blackburn had initially sent a demand letter for $3 million. The lawyer claimed his client was owed the sum for allegedly co-writing music with the hip-hop star. However, Tacopina brushed off the claim. Hmm. Wow. Fat Joe accused of having inappropriate relationships with minors. The Blast covered Dixon's allegations against the hip hop star, reporting that he accused him of having inappropriate relationships with minors. The lawsuit alleged that at least two underage females had actual relationships with the rapper, while the third was in a romantic relationship with him. Wow. According to the claims, a 16-year-old girl of Dominican descent once offered to perform oral you know what and other sexual acts on the rapper if he paid her clothing and phone bills. He also had an alleged sexual affair with a 15-year-old Caucasian girl after meeting her at a concert abroad. Dixon accused Joe of paying for this girl's BBL because her body wasn't fully developed, claiming he regularly flew her to New York and Miami. Exactly. He added that the Caucasian girl had grown up to marry a professional athlete. As for the third underage, the rapper fell head over heels for the Latina. And of course, they referred to him as the lean back hit maker, allegedly contemplated leaving his wife. This ought to be good. Mm-mm-mm. Dixon claimed the hitmaker was so in love with the underage Latina girl that a sexual relationship between them began when she was 15. He allegedly paid all her expenses and took her aboard whenever he was on tour. Additionally, Fat Joe bought the girl a condo near where he and his wife lived in Florida and allegedly considered leaving his partner to move in with the young girl. Okay, this is really sick. This is really, really sick. Hi, Kendra. Wow. Dixon claimed the rapper was not only a PDF file, but had also forced him to sleep with women before an audience. In other words, Diddy stuff. He doing Diddy stuff. However, Joe's corner has vehemently denied the allegations. His legal representative, Tacopina, slammed the lawsuit as lies intended to damage his reputation and force a settlement through public pressure. Unquote. The rapper also received 50 Cent support after he was name dropped in the legal drama. Wow, that's terrible. Besides accusing Fat Joe of pedophilia, Dixon claimed the entertainer had considered deleting 50 Cent during their feud in the early 2000s. His allegations, per Hip Hop DX, read Fat Joe engaged in a circulated and premeditated conspiracy to murder, delete rapper Curtis Jackson. But 50 Cent was surrounded by Navy SEAL type security, and the would be assassins were afraid to make the attempt. Despite Dixon's claims, 50 Cent called BS in a heated social media post defending Fat Joe. The candy shop hitmaker stressed that he did not believe the allegations, labeling them baseless and not credible. He also sympathized with Fat Joe, noting he did not deserve the public scrutiny and damage to his reputation. Wow. And the beat goes on. That's sad. C. Gonzalez says at Lady Elegance, unfortunately, many parents don't care. It's better for them if someone else takes on their burden, and if they can get money out of it, chef's kiss. That's a true statement. Selling the kids out for so-called fame. Isn't that the norm these days, though? When you think about it, look what Usher's mom did, Bieber's mom did. They are pimping these kids out left and right. I agree, Lady of Elegance. It is sad. It's really, really sad. You know, Millionaire's Cove, you're probably right. They got their money. The parents are probably collecting money to stay quiet. I'll just never forget watching the R. Kelly documentary and how those girls were manipulated and starstruck, and he just took full advantage of that. And Fat Joe is no different. Maybe that's why I haven't really gone to see him in concert. Not interested. Yeah, not interested in the least. Elvis, Jerry Lee Lewis, Ted Nugent. The list goes on and on from way back. You're absolutely right, C. Gonzalez. Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin. I was a little thing at the time, but even I had sense enough to know that that wasn't normal. Not at all. Uh, uh, uh. Let me see. Is it true or what? The parents don't get no blame at all. They should. Parents should be held accountable at some point in time. But again, we've got kids that are just running rampant out there. You're right, Retretta. The feds should look into the parents as well. Because clearly there's no supervision of these children, these girls. I am definitely a witness about these older men at 15. I think I already told you my story, so it doesn't surprise me one bit. Not one bit. Darlene says, in my day, you better not come home talking about someone brought or gave you anything that your parents didn't buy. Charity begins at home and spreads abroad. Excuse me. That's the truth, though. Parents parented differently back then, and we thought they might be mean or overprotective, but I thank God every day that my grandparents wouldn't let me do a lot of the things that I wanted to do. It's a man, it's a trip looking back to that. Faith is all we need, says it's been going on, but it used to be a secret. Now it's out in the open. Too out in the open. Sad, but us is true. Well, let me see if I can pull up this other one. Hold on just a second. Let's go for videos. 50 Cent and Ja Rule will hate each other forever. 50 Cent speaks on his past beef with Fat. Okay, here we go. I think I can be able to pull this one up. Nope. Well, maybe. Okay. I just gotta start it over. Thank you for y'all's patience. I just want to make it to so you can see it. Okay, let me share this. Uh, 50 Cent is speaking on his past beef with Fat Joe, because it was alleged that Fat Joe had ordered a hit on Mr. 50 Cent. Yeah. So, with that said, let me start it over.
Concerned about was when Styles P and Beans.
Oh, Beans started again, yeah.
When Beans start beefing, and it was because you and Fat Joe
Was already
because to me, like you, I swear to God, I knew you early in the game, and then I know Joe, and to me, y'all the same. Like if you was,
same thing,
you the same. You don't smoke, don't drink. Y'all be in the club. Y'all both be in the club like this, watching everything. Yo, which exit is it? Like yo. I mean, like I said, that's the reason why y'all bump. Y'all, to me, pause. Y'all the same exact person to me.
Yeah, well, yeah. So look, I thought, Joe shit was him just being loyal to default.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't really have issues with him, and what happened was that it filtered over what was going on with me and Ja, and it ended up because they was doing. I'm from New York. They was bringing it back.
But 50, let's just be clear. That was petty of you. Come on, let's keep it real. It said nothing about you.
Listen, the laws of power. When you destroy.
You too smart though. Let me break it down. Yo, 50, you smarter than the average human being. Do you know that? Like, you smarter than everybody here right now. At least me. For sure. You smarter than me. You be saying shit. I be looking at you like this. To algebra, like I always skip that class. Like you stayed in algebra class. Let's keep it real.
Let's go to the stats.
You're smarter than the average individual. Just so you know.
If I let that slide, it would have went out of control at any other point afterwards.
But let's just be clear. What part offended you? Because
no. It wasn't what they were saying. It was what they was doing.
It was why they were standing by him.
Yeah, it was cool. So
Thank you. I was in the video. You never dissed me. Thank you so much.
But listen,
make some noise. The video got Noise. I thought it was coming at somewhere. I was like, this is my. I hope we don't. But you never did. You a real. Yeah, but I was in that video. You knew that?
The song.
You knew I was in the video?
I saw you.
You saw me?
Oh, shit.
I know, because you mad petty. You mad petty. I know for a fact. Look, you know. I'm sorry. Okay, hey.
It's like you had it. You sat around him.
I was like, because you did every in the video. I was like, damn, this is me.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The whole time I was like this. Look, the video was cool.
Right.
I couldn't let the public feel like that was cool.
Yeah.
So I went at it right away because it would have started something that made me have to start working all over again.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because if you had something that was working at that point, it was cool. Right. I had to readdress the whole scenario again with that. So I was like, you don't want to look. When it tells you to destroy completely, it means if you hit me, you hurt me, and you don't finish me, you've just given me more passion than you have for the issue. So don't even have the problem if you're not going to drive until you just finish them.
Right.
Because it'll come back on a later date and be prepared for you more than you were prepared for. That's just what happens when I'm hit.
Right.
See, when halfway kill you, it hurts.
But 50.
Because you halfway dead. Then you start to feel like all kinds of your body hurting all over the place and shit.
Because 50, you mad smart. But let's just be clear. That was petty, 50.
That was not petty.
That was petty.
That was me addressing this shit before it got out of hand. Right now, look, if the record worked and I left it without saying anything, right?
No, I think
it was supposed to work. You know how you watch something, you can tell when it's good, can't you? If me myself, I'm looking. If I see,
I'm like,
so you knew it was good.
You said it was good.
So
it was supposed to work. If I wasn't,
it's a strategy.
Him sticking with his own story is petty.
No,
by the way, but
if I didn't say anything about that record, it would have worked. Okay.
Well, there we have it. Well, there we have it. I didn't understand a doggone thing they was talking about. It was supposed to be about him and how he felt about that hit. Ain't that a blip? Wow. Faith said, do men have to give up their booty to be famous? Oh my God. I guess so. In some cases, they do girls because they can't match women. You got that right, Fonda. They can't match women. They can't catch women. In some cases, they might catch more than what they bargained for. Faith is all we need said, Auntie, did you have a nap today? Nope. Can you tell? I was sitting here like, I am so sorry. Oh my God. That is awful. Oh, man. Let's see here. Eye of Crystal says the black men are being torn down and exposed in that industry as if others aren't doing the exact same thing. Exactly. Crystal, you hit the nail on the head right there. However you look at it, it's disgusting. No moral compass or respect for others or self. Absolutely. It's a free for all. And they have no regard for these young girls and what kind of a impact it's going to have on their lives down the road. It's really sad. Millionaires Cove says, Eye of Crystal, I agree. But why is it that they are only exposing us? They don't like us. At the end of the day, they not like us. They can't be us. So I'm just calling a spade a spade. Clive is getting off free, at least here on Earth. But oh, let me tell you, that man has a lot to answer to the Lord God Almighty. Exactly, Faith. Well, black men need to give back to their community and own something. Except for investing in prisons, it backfired on them. That's very reminiscent of Michael Jordan when he invested in private prisons, privately owned prisons, and they're putting brothers in prison for stealing to get the tennis shoes that Michael Jordan sells. And he owns the prison that these young men were going into in order to house them for stealing money to buy his shoes. He double dipping. That's sad. Yep, you're right, Lily. She probably don't care. She can now divorce and get her half. You're right, Sabria. They don't want that. Yes, so very true. But if we say it too loud, we're wrong. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, if you look like a duck, walk like a duck, talk like a duck, then what is it? Is a duck. C. Gonzalez said it, millionaires code, because some of us get comfortable when we get around them folks and think they have the license to do what they do for money. It's sad. Absolutely. They can do all kinds of crazy, nefarious things. And they get a slap on the wrist in comparison. Not to say that the brothers shouldn't be doing bad behavior. They shouldn't try to be, what you trying to one up on them. They gonna always try to make you look inferior. Why play into that hand for a few dollars? Just for a few dollars. Because if you don't have your integrity, you have nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Let's see. It's not an act. Fonda said, yes, Darlene, self-respect is the most. Lily says, 50 Cent is really shady. I met him. Lily, you want to enlighten us about when you met him? You want to come up on the platform and talk about it or no? Hi, Anne. Absolutely, Sabria. What is happening should encourage the youth to have good character. Has the plan for us changed since slavery? It don't look like it. It really don't. It seems like things always change to the point where they remain the same. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm going to put a link in the chat. Lily, if you want to pop up real quick and talk about your experience meeting good old Curtis. Good old Curtis. And if you choose not to, that's okay too. It's no big deal. I'm not forcing you, but anyone that has anything they want to say about this subject, feel free. And if not, we can. 50 does look shady, but I will give 50 this much. He don't care nothing about what people think. He will say what's on his mind. He ain't trying to lie, as far as I could tell. You know, he calls things out. He will call somebody out in a heartbeat. I just find it odd that there's no animosity against Fat Joe, knowing that Fat Joe took a hit out on him. Or does he feel that that was a lie? I'm just asking. Because there's so many things floating around out there in Hollywood that sometimes it's hard to tell what's truth and what's not. Curtis is one of them old shady names. Oh my goodness. I had a boyfriend named Curtis once. Yeah. Didn't go far. Not far at all. Well, did anyone else not get a nap? Did anyone else not get a nap today? Was he shady? Who you asking, Faith? Are you asking Lily? Asking Lily if he was shady? Well, 50 could care less of what people think about him. He keeps making money. Ain't that the truth? He gonna keep it pushing. And I can say this, he ain't never put on no dress to my knowledge. Huh. Oh, okay, Ann. 50 is good about stealing people's life stories and making movies. Mm, mm, mm. Retretta says, Auntie, if the drugs were out the picture, I think it might be a bit better. Big Gene said Diddy was not that way when he was his bodyguard. I believe everything that Big Gene has been saying, because he has never one time switched his story. He has been consistent completely through. Yeah. Let's see. Let me see if I got any more commentary I can pull up. Faith says, sad the black community struggles like it does, and these fools got money and don't put it in their own communities. Amen. Amen to that. My goodness. Very sad. Yes, Retreader. Yes, I did know that Clive Davis was Diddy's mentor. As a matter of fact, it has been said, allegedly, that Clive Davis is the one that groomed Diddy into the monster he is today. And I have a personal feeling that Diddy is in the mess he's in now, not just because of what he did, but the hedge of protection that Clive was providing for Diddy, he removed it because Diddy was getting too reckless. He was getting way too reckless and doing way too much. He was doing the most. And I think Clive got tired of kind of low key bailing him out every time, you know, that he just said, you know what, you on your own. I'm stepping back. I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to leave it alone and see what you can do with that. And next thing you know, they're raiding his homes. You know, I mean, what other excuse could you possibly come up with? Yes, Barbara, Clive is a real life demon. Wow. Well, I tell you what, there's no place in heaven for that nonsense. Faith said Clive was smart because he had lawyers on his side that knew the law. That's true. And that's 3/4 of the battle right there. Having the appropriate team to represent you when your ass is on the line, if you know what I mean. You know, if you don't have a decent attorney that can fight on your behalf and they know the ins and outs and the ups and downs and the lefts and rights, you know, before you go to school the next day, you got one day to spend with your dad. That's sad. Clive Davis is a asshole. Why does his name come up in everything, but he never has to answer to questions or end up in court? I would have to say probably allegedly paying off some people to make sure that that doesn't happen to him. You know what I mean? All right, good people. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to wrap this up early tonight because I feel like I'm about ready to pass out. I haven't had no nap today. I've had these kids today and they wore me out. I ain't gonna lie. So I don't want to sit here and take up all your time looking like a crash dummy. Oh, yeah, Faith, you right. You are so right. Oh, but when karma comes, payday for Clive is no joke. Darlene says, I think also this has a lot to do with Diddy's dad, who was out there and allegedly Clive Davis and knew Diddy dad and his mom who brought Diddy to Clive Davis. Man, it's quite a conundrum. It's really sick. And the way that they, in different shows or movies or whatever depicting Sean Puffy Combs' early childhood, they make him out to be some kind of, you know, dirty kid that, someone took pity on him and let him go to a nice all white school. No, he had his brains on he was going on up there. But I think it was his mother, her initial actions with him is pretty much the reason why he is who he is today. So, All right, you guys. It has been wonderful sitting here with you tonight. I've gotten some good laughs, and I done sit up here and almost nodded out. But tomorrow night is going to be trivia night. So we're going to try to get as many, at least six individuals on the platform, or however many want to play, because there will be no teams. So we're going to do the beat thing, unless you think it's best that we don't. Either way it goes, tomorrow's trivia night. I have got all my questions ready to go, and we're going to see what we do. All right. I go on at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, Laverne. Yes. Yeah. Oh, Desire and Fire, I'm sorry you're late. Yeah, just hit that replay. It's just a 2-hour live. So um, you guys have a wonderful evening. Yeah, Camille, Diddy's father passed away when he was 2 years old. That part was definitely not Diddy's fault. But Mom got some splaining to do. That's all I'm going to say about that. So anyway, peace out, you guys. I'm going to end the live, and I'll see you tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're on the East Coast, it's 8 p.m. Pacific Eastern Standard Time, and 7 p.m. Central. So again, I love you guys. We are family, and peace.
Hey Mickey. Oh Mickey, you're so fine. So fine, you blow my mind. Oh Mickey, you're so fine. So fine, you. Oh Mickey, you're so fine.
Hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing.